ID theft. It is the next, not the next, it's here and it is huge. I remember one Sunday morning very recently, I woke up and I looked at our bank account and I realized that there was a $485 check that was cash. And I was like, did I write a check and did not record it? Did I miss something here? And it turns out that someone took a check and wrote themselves $403. And on the memo line, it said, for a day's work. I'm like, I don't even make $400 a day. Why would I pay someone to do that? And then, I kid you not, actually the week prior, I look at my husband's account. This is all Wells Fargo, by the way. Sorry, Wells, I gotta put you out there. But you guys did a great job recuperating it. They took almost $385 from our business account electronically. So I'm like, what is going on? Hit twice within almost 2 weeks time for about $400 each. And that really opened my eyes. But the kicker was, the very next week, I'm in a Chamber of Commerce meeting as a representative for my school, and guess who the guest speaker was? LAPD identity theft captain. It was like, it was perfect timing. You know, my ears were open. And so she gave her speech and she was just talking about how this is the next like crack cocaine. Like, forget drugs. People aren't trying to rob you for your money to go buy drugs. They're trying to get your identity, and they have it ringed up almost like a drug ring where these young kids, they're asking these young kids to go and get people's mail and things. So I'm going to quickly go over the things that I learned from her, and it's also in the blog written below. She said, number one, get a shredder and get a crosscut shredder. Check. We've already had that. Anything that has your name on it should be shredded, whether it's junk mail, whether it's donation stuff, whatever it is. If it has your name on it, I just kind of tear that section off and I throw the rest away. I don't shred it all, but I shred my name. She said, I don't want anyone knowing that I live here via the mail, via what goes out in my trash. Another thing that she said is, and it's a little bit difficult, if you work in, or if you live in an apartment complex or in a condo complex or in a complex that has all those mailboxes together in one, she says that that's like a gold mine for them because they could just need to get into the back and then they have access to like 20 residences all in one hit. So she even recommends buying a mailbox or renting a mailbox at like a UPS or some type of mail store if you really want to go top notch in protecting your identity. And just be mindful. Be mindful of where you put your information down. You know those lists where you can put your name down or your email or your phone, especially lists where you have to put any type of really sensitive information, your kid's social security number. That's a big thing. If you have kids, you have children, they're coming after your children because no one's checking your social security number when you're 8. No one's checking your credit card or your credit report when you're 10. But for that to get stolen and for them to either get health benefits or social security benefits or all these benefits off of your 10-year-old's social security number, it happens. Sadly, it happens. Who does that? But it happens every day, and your kid doesn't find out about it until they try to open up a credit card or get a car and find out that there's $20,000 on their credit report. And they had no clue. So read the blog below, get more information down there, see what I learned directly from the ID theft police chief face to face. I even asked her some questions about my ordeal. She said to do a police report. And I went, it was extra time and it wasn't money, but it was extra time where I filled out some forms online, and then I went to the local sheriff's station and registered it as a police report as well. So do that stuff, lock it up, lock your credit report up, and don't open it unless you need to buy a house or a car. And make sure your stuff is safe. Make sure your kids are safe, because they're not after your car, they're not after your wallet, they're after your identity. And I'm like, who even wants to be me? But apparently people do. So make sure your identity is locked up, stay safe, and live your best life. Bye.